Daybreak. I opened my eyes, as if awakening from a long, long sleep. Only I didn't feel like I was asleep in the normal sense and waking in the normal way. I felt like I was returning to a conscious state. Even in that awareness, I wished I could slip back into the unconsciousness of my mind. My eyes scanned the room as I tried to figure out the time. Daybreak. Had I missed school? Church? Days? I felt the coolness of something wet and slimy on my fingertips by my thighs. I wasn't sure what it was. I was 15 and still a virgin, so I thought anyways. But he slipped into my bed in the night. Had he even come in? Is he gone? He said it was cold in his room. Can I come in? I don't remember answering, but I remember him waiting and asking, and waiting and asking. I was confused. How do I say no? I hoped I was dreaming. Oh God, please let me be dreaming. How could I say no to my dad? That meant it would be my fault if he was in his bedroom, cold. You see, there was a wood-burning stove right outside my bedroom door, and his room was outside the kitchen door, and it was always cooler in that side of the house. But these thoughts just kept playing in my mind. I couldn't answer or even think another thought. How can I say no to my dad? If I said no, I was causing him to suffer. If I said yes, how could I live with myself? With the reality that I said, yes, Daddy, you can sleep in my bed with me. I was young and naive, but not entirely devoid of common sense. I knew it wasn't right. Didn't he? Why does he keep on asking me? Go away! I prayed so hard, God, please make him go away. Why and how could I make such a decision? I was having a surreal experience. Of course, I didn't know the meaning of surreal until 9/11. The feeling was the same though. I was suffering from PTSD. I was 15 and still a virgin, so I thought anyways. He slipped in my bed in the middle of the night. Had he even come in? Is he gone? I sat up. I didn't want to stay in that bed anymore. Or in the house. It was quiet. Only my dad and I lived in the apartment. He was awarded custody of me after I spent 2 years in and out of state foster care and family placements that never lasted. I was relocated over 22 times until I got to live with my dad. Moving in was the happiest day of my life then, but it soon turned into a most horrendous nightmare. I went from an already arduous existence to barely living, barely breathing, functioning, laughing, or believing. There was no joy in my life. There was a knock on the door. I answered it dazed and confused. It was my girlfriend, Nana. She came over every morning and we walked to school together. She said, "Girl, how come you're not dressed yet? We're going to be late." So she waited for me as I dressed, and she talked about her grown man boyfriend she was sleeping with. On the way to school, I asked her what the slimy stuff was, and she told me. When she told me, I knew for sure that I would never be the same. I think I actually started to hate life more than just my previous dislike of my experiences so far, and my confusion of being in the foster care system, abandoned by my mother, and now this by my father. Why was I even born? I was already dying inside. It was manslaughter. Pay the price. Most of my life, I wanted them to pay the price. DayBreak. Little girls die. That's why. That's the reason. The treason. One out of 7 children are molested every day. 1 out of every 3 girls will be sexually assaulted by the age of 18. 1 out of 7 children are abused. How many do you know? You can't afford to ignore them, or to ignore it. These people become withdrawn. These children become withdrawn. They don't want to go home. They start failing in school. They're depressed. They don't laugh. They don't smile. They don't play. They barely even cry. They become numb. They begin looking pale and lifeless. Their very life has been robbed from them. Help give them a chance. If you can.